underway in Buffalo. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They're on the 26-yard line.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Hey, home. What's that?
Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Allen from the gun on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
What's that?
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll run it. Achane with it. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Allen going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
He'll get this down to the 38. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert! Hey, hold. Alert!
To the air, Allen. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
56. That's good. Middle. Go.
Throwing now is Allen. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Alert!
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Go.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Off 52. Go.
Back to the ground, Cook. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Out.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a 1-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give them 32 on the play.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Up the middle, H.N. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Right back to H.N. on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Now Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
On the handoff, it's H2H.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. One more time with H2H.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon H2H.
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And that flag accepted.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Half 85. What's that?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
What's that?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
56. What's that?
Now Allen. Flush to his right. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Dolphins field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Half 10. Half 85. Half 85. Is it?
A final shot before half for Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
20. TX. Go ahead. Hey, 21. TX. What?
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 78 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score at Dolphins 21. Bills nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, tight.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Buying time to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Step. Right.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Look out.
Here's Allen.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good for Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
What's that?
Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Another Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
What's that?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Cook is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
What's that?
Operating from the gun. Allen dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal?
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things had not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's into the hands of Waddle downfield. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third.
Go ahead. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They'll go. Achane.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Allen going to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
4 yards on the pickup.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 36.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Keon Coleman.
36 yards.
And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now, well, they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Now a 2nd and 6.
21 deep. Get set. Turbo 1 high. Turbo 1 high. Out.
Again, it's Achane.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
To throw is Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hey, 21 here.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
This is caught by Waddle.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Allen.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd down.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. Look out.
Here's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Allen.
Forced out to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Throwing, Allen.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
To throw is Allen.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. It's on.
Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
What's that?
Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the turnover, it's Tua. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
Hey, home. What's that?
Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.